Hey guys, I kind of want to tell y'all, after next week, I will be taking my vacation away from my business. I'm gonna take a 2 week vacation, and I will be dropping double the videos. So it'll come up to about 6 videos a day after next week. I will take a vacation from my business and I will be dropping at least 6 videos a day so we can start kind of moving along through everything. But thank you guys for being patient. Just in the process of running a business at the same time as I'm doing this. So just wanted to let y'all kind of give y'all an update and let y'all know how we will be operating after next week. Okay, let's get into the episode. Okay, so we gonna start this from after the workday. So we come back from the workday and we comes back into the tier and we automatically sense something had happened because it's a different feel in the tier. Everybody is all sectioned off in groups, and you can see kind of like a staring contest is going on through the whole tier. Up and down. The higher tier and the lower tier. It's like a stare off. So I see Baby Charles back there with the guys that came from the other prison that he knew. They huffing and puffing and different things like that. So I immediately walks back there to Baby Charles and asks Baby Charles, man, what's going on? Everybody look hostile. He like, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Them bitches had cane medals. You heard me? We was about to tear it down. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't expect us to stand our ground. So I'm like, you and who? He was like, Queen Sugar and the rest of the Queen team. They came up to us, trying to check us and shit about some shit that had went on. He didn't get into all the details of what had went on, but I know Queen Sugar and Baby Charles and them was about to fight earlier. And then he get to telling me, other guys in the tier was about to fight also over a gambling game. So I'm getting the gist of what hadn't happened. It's been a lot of heated emotions. And normally when emotions up like that, it's hard to bring all those emotions back down. So something is going to happen. You could tell because there's too many heated and mixed emotions in the air. And when it's in the air, it's like it jumps from one person to the next. Okay, so now let me fill you in on this. After Litwin, the one that said he was innocent, that took Ross out of here, after Ross left here, Ross' homeboy, who they called Third, actually took Ross' place and becoming the head of Ross' crew. Third is a kind of healthy kind of guy, and he been had it in for Jubin. Okay, so now I just got back in the dorm from workforce, while all this happening and transitioning. So I go get my stuff together and I get ready to go take a shower. As I'm walking to the shower, Jubin is coming away from the shower. He had just took a shower, and Third is up on the top tier, and he yells down to Jubin, "Oh, sex ass motherfucker! Yeah, I'ma get some of that. I'ma get some of that." So Jubin looks up to him, and then Jubin drops his head and keeps walking. So I'm figuring, they just taunting Jubin or whatever. So I go take my shower. So after maybe 5 minutes in the shower, I hear a bunch of commotion. So I makes my way out the shower, ass booty buck naked, and I see that Third and them had to made their way down to where Jubin was, and they was kind of walking with Jubin, patting him on his ass and shit, and Jubin ain't saying nothing, he just kind of slapping their hands off. So, they keep doing this for a while, walking with him, and then finally, he slaps their hand again, and then Third pops him. Bow! So Jubin goes down to one knee, kind of holding his face, looking up at Third like almost with the expression on his face like, why you hit me? And Third looks at him and say, slap my motherfucking hand again. Slap my motherfucking hand again. So he actually picks Jubin up, and now Jubin is scared to resist anything Third do. So Third's actually walking him back to his cell up on top of the tier. And Jubin is going. So finally, when Jubin gets to the stairs, he start getting kind of reluctant, kind of holding on the bars. So third homeboy hits him. Bow! So now at this point, they all start hitting him. Bow, 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 stomping him and kicking him. And now Jubin, don't hit me no more, please, okay, all right. And finally, they gets him and walks him right on into the cell. He no longer resisting, reluctant. He goes right on into the cell. So once they got Jubin in the cell, after a couple minutes, you hear Jubin hollering like they sticking something the size of a mop stick in him. He just hollering, he wailing and hollering and hollering and hollering. Then all of a sudden, we all just start clapping. Whoa, my nigga, because Nard comes back from the infirmary. So you can hear them up there hushing Jubin up because they didn't realize that the doors didn't open. So Nard comes back in, the CO locks the doors, and now you hear Jubin start back hollering. And Nard like, man, what the fuck going on up there? I'm like, man, that's Jubin up there, man. Third and them got Jubin up there running up in that bar. But we so happy to hear, see Nard back, that we all just hug him, dap him down, and walk Nard to his cell and just kind of forget about what's going on up there with Jubin. We just trying to make sure Nard all right, and we happy to see him, and we just talking, and we inside a Nard cell at the time. Not even a couple minutes later, we hear some more rumbling going on in the tier. Now we come out there, Queen Sugar and Baby Charles got a one-on-one. Baby Charles is on one knee, working the fuck out of Queen Sugar. Baby Charles is on one knee, came up from one knee, bow, 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 still hitting Queen Sugar. Queen Sugar bagging up. Queen Sugar can't believe his eyes. He thought Baby Charles was a pushover, but Baby Charles come from a prison where Baby Charles had to stand on his own too, that was overtaken by bigger people than Queen Sugar. And Baby Charles whooped the shit out of Queen Sugar. I guess Queen Sugar say, I could do a one-on-one with this bitch because this bitch can't do nothing with me. But just didn't know Baby Charles had been in a whole nother prison where Baby Charles was violated by a way bigger person than Queen Sugar. And Baby Charles done learned some new tricks. Baby Charles looked like a goddamn boxer in his prime wearing Queen Sugar ass out. Now the Queen team get mad and break up the fight and tell Queen Sugar, let me catch your remix. And this Muffin speaking, let me catch your remix. Let me catch your remix. Oh yeah, bitch, we gonna catch that remix, telling Baby Charles this. And Baby Charles say, oh, y'all bitches tutter, meaning that's a word we used to use back in the day, meaning y'all bitch toe up or to the head. Y'all bitches tutter, let me catch my breath. Let me catch my breath, and I'll go with you hoes. So Tevin, which is Baby Charles' boy from the old prison, say, oh, I'll get that bitch, and they start tearing it down. And they fight. Man, it's just going down this day. So after Tevin and Muffin fight, everything just kind of calmed down for a minute. Everybody go back to doing their thing. People playing cards and checkers and shit like that. Okay, the tier is kind of got a little peace going, Everybody cooling right now. They just doing their own little things right now. So later on that night, you see Third with Jubin going to BTZ to sell Jubin to BTZ. And man, I'm talking about everybody snickering and laughing, and BTZ takes Jubin into his cell. And I think it's a pretty safe bet to say BTZ ran up in Jubin that night. So we gonna fast forward to that next work day. They come in, sleep late, lose weight. We go eat chow, and then we all go to our workforce jobs. So we get to the job, like normal. We work for a couple hours or whatever, and then we leave to go take a smoke. Just like clockwork. You see Sergeant Larry coming with another inmate. So this time, he got a little bit of tiny, small red dude with him. And we all wait till he go in there all shop real quick, and then we goes to the door to hear what's going on. And it's his routine, his usual routine. He tells him the same thing. Hey, what I want you to do is get on your knees and suck my cock. And just like clockwork, here come the dude. Man, what? No. Pow. You gonna do it. You gonna do it. Or I'm gonna beat the shit out of you and throw you in the hole for a couple months. And then we're gonna see if you change your mind after that. And the dude, I don't want to do this. Sir, please, you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. Bow! Backhand him. We watching all this. And sure as shit stink, he get on his knees and here it go again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you good. Oh, you good. I like you. I'm gonna have to get you again. Now, all these doors has like a slender glass in it. So while we all up trying to peek through the glass to really see what's going on, you can see Sergeant Larry glance over at the door and we all duck down and straight back out the carpool. So about 10 minutes later, he come walking through carpool. Who the fuck was at that door? Who the fuck was at that door? So ain't nobody paying attention. Everybody just still working. Everybody's still working. He said, I want to know who in the fuck was at that door. Who was not in carpool? And everybody like, Sarge, that must ain't come from carpool. That must have came from somewhere else. We all been in here working. So he looks at us and say, and walks off. So, okay, we're going to fast forward about an hour and something later. We all on the hallway, and we see Monroe, Meathead, and Robbie. And they got this big smirk on their face, but we ain't trying to pay them no attention because we going to run on them. We don't want them even know we see them because we just going to strike at them and run on them and beat the shit out of them. So before we could do that, they say, y'all might want to check on your boy. You might want to check on your boy. And they all strike out running. So at the time, it never dawned on us, what boy? We thinking they just talking shit. So maybe like 15 minutes later, you hear all the alarms go off and then the guards come and start getting us out of detail and carpool and takes us to the small cell. Now we knowing something happened, but it still haven't dawned on us what they was talking about. So now we all in this small ass cell together, and it's different people from all over workforce in here, and you hear them, man, they jugged that boy up, man. They jugged that boy up. So we all like, well, who got jugged up? Who got jugged up? Man, the little dude, Pedro. Man, now our heads fucked up and we mad. We in that bitch, man. We ready to get out this bitch. We like, boy, we gonna kill him. We gonna kill him. We gonna kill him when we get out of here. They had them jugged our dog Pedro up. Cause he the only one that ain't over here by us. He's in laundry. And they done caught Pedro by himself and then jugged Pedro up. So finally, after 2 hours, they come get us out this cell and takes us back to the tier. And when we get to the tier, you see Monroe, Huckabuck, Broomfield, Robbie, Rocky, Bowinkle. They all standing in front they cell, just smirking and laughing. And we like, all right, that shit go two ways though. That shit go two ways though. Y'all got that? That you know what's coming. You know, and we all just having words or whatever, but ain't nobody making no moves. Cause they deep, we deep. And ain't nobody making no moves. But we like, you know that's a two-way street though, right? So we all follow Laco up to his cell, and we all in Laco's cell like, man, we hope Pedro pull through, man. We worry about Pedro or whatever. And then Laco say, man, from now on, we all gotta move as one. Nobody goes nowhere without somebody. We gotta move as one. Cause they playing for keeps now. Now this shit done took on a whole nother level than regular fighting. They done brought weapons into it now. So we knowing how everything about to go from this point on. So we all walk out of Laco's cell and we just standing on the tier over the balcony. And we see Baby Charles goes over there where the Queen team cell at, going up the stairs. So I hurry up, I damn near slide and bust my ass down the stairs trying to catch Baby Charles, telling Baby Charles, look, man, don't go on their turf, man. They gonna fuck over you. Baby Charles is heated. You can't even calm Baby Charles down. But Baby Charles is down at the foot of the stairs. Bitch, come out there. What? Come on, let's catch it again. Let's do it again. And Queen Sugar is peeping out the cell, and Baby Charles won't come out the cell. So I'm like, Baby Charles, man, look, leave well enough alone for right now, because you gonna escalate this shit to another level. Now you done put a little fear in them and got you a little respect where they just not trying you. So, man, calm down, but I can't calm Baby Charles down. Baby Charles just going off and going off and going off. Now, at this point, I done told Baby Charles all I could tell Baby Charles. So I say, all right, Baby Charles, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm knowing what they're going to do. They're going to run down these stairs and rush you. And sure as shit stink, they all rush down there, like 9 of them, and stomp the fuck out of Baby Charles. Baby Charles, homeboys came running over there, they stomped their ass too. All you see is Baby Charles like this, trying to run the other way. And they grabbing him and beating the fuck out of him. I tried to tell Baby Charles, you had it to the point where they wasn't gonna just come back at you because they knew you was something to be played with. They knew they ain't wanna fuck with you with them hands. And now you done went over there and let them beat you and your team ass. So now they about to come at you even harder. So they beating Baby Charles and them ass. And finally, Baby Charles breaks her loose and runs towards his cell. But Baby Charles and one of his homeboys got her loose. They got L and dragging L up the stairs. So before they can fully get L up the stairs, Baby Charles and Tevin comes back out the cell with weapons and go over there and start swinging weapons all haywire and shit. And they let L go. And if it wasn't for Baby Charles and Tevin going to get them damn weapons, and apparently the guy that Baby Charles was dating supplied them with weapons. But if it wasn't for that, they was going to take L up there and brutalize L and violate L. And that was going to be all she wrote. So that shit between Baby Charles and the Queen team had to go on for about an hour, backwards and forward, arguing with each other. Then finally that shit died down and they went their separate ways. Then a little bit later, you see Jubin come walking with Third again. I mean, black eyes bust the fuck up, holding his arm like this, walking with his head down. They had them fucked all over Jubin. It wasn't enough just violating him. They wanted to beat his ass and violate him. So now we gonna fast forward to the next workday. Okay, sleep late, lose weight. Okay, so we all go eat chow, then we go to our jobs. But instead of going straight in there and work, we all say, hey, let's hit the halls and see if we can see them bitches. Because we know around about this time, they either in the chapel or they somewhere along the halls emptying trash. So we just up and down searching. So on our way back, we see Sergeant Larry coming out the room with yet another boy. With another one. Face wet. Look like he just been in there crying and whining. And Sergeant Larry got a look of satisfaction on his face, and we know what just happened. Dude can't even look us in our face. So Sergeant Larry looks at us and says, where y'all boys going? We like, sorry, we just want to grab a quick smoke break and then head back. You got 3. Meaning we got 3 minutes to take a smoke and then get the fuck back in carpool. But our whole objective to find Robbie, Monroe, Meathead, and at this time, Rocky and Bullwinkle working. But see, at this time, we don't know where they at on the workforce. So, you know, we head back to carpool. We work for about another hour, and then we all say, man, let's hit the hallways looking for him again. So when we come out this time, we see Meathead mopping the commons area by himself. Got his head down, mopping the commons area. So we all attack Meathead, beat his ass and stomp his ass. Now let me explain something to you. Not only was Meathead the one who knocked Nord out with the mop, Nord and Pop and Pedro, they was the closest because they came from the other prison together. Now, while we got Meathead on the ground stomping his ass and kicking him in all over his fucking body, all in his fucking face, we see Nord come across the top with the mop stick and start beating Meathead. I mean beating him, and I don't mean hitting him in his body. He cracking Meathead across his skull, just punishing him, and blood just coming out of Meathead. He beat this boy so goddamn much until Meathead was on the ground like this. Blood coming out. Blood coming out his ears. To the point we had to pull Nord off of him. Not because we didn't want him to kill him, because we didn't want the guards to catch him beating Meathead. And we know we done been in this spot too long. So we got Nord off of him, and Nord steady want to beat him some more, and we finally got him to the point where we could all head back to carpool. And Meathead just stretched out, bleeding in the commons area. That's the wide open space between everything. Where you got a couple benches where you could sit if you waiting. So now we all in carpool waiting on the alarm to go off because we know what's about to happen. But it takes about 45 minutes to an hour for the alarms before they even discover Meathead. And then finally the alarms go off. And they come gather all us up and take us and place us in this small ass cell. Now we in this cell for about 20 minutes before we see them come walking back with Robbie and Monroe. Now as Corporal Daniels putting them in the cell, they telling Corporal Daniels, hey, you can put us somewhere else, Corp. Put us somewhere else, Corp. And Corporal Daniels like, take your ass in there. Get your ass on in there. And Corporal Daniels put their ass in the cell, lock us up, and go attend to the situation. So now we all the way at the back of the cell, and they to the front, like with their heads up at the bar. Then finally they turn around looking at us. Now, we all just looking at them with a smile on our face, but we ain't charge them right away because we trying to wait till Corporal Daniels good and out of sight. We knowing and they ain't coming back for a minute. We get on their ass hard, beating their ass, Robbie crying, oh, please, I ain't had nothing to do with Pedro. We don't care. So we holding them and beating their motherfucking ass, and everybody in the cell moves the fuck out the way. And we beat their ass till we can't beat their ass no more. Till finally when we cut their ass loose, Monroe on the ground, Robbie on the ground. So finally, we was gonna let them be until Monroe started saying, shaking his head, all right. So Noah goes back up to him and sticks Monroe so fucking hard and stretch his ass out. Bow! So once Noah stuck Monroe, we all get back on Robbie, stomping his ass again. We punching him, and man, we hitting that boy every fucking way we can. But we knowing we can't stay on their ass too long. Cause the guards gotta come back in here to release us. So we trying to do whatever we can in the time we can, but we put our ass whooping on them boys. They gonna remember that day. So finally, we get off their ass. Robbie started messing with Monroe, trying to get Monroe up, because at this time, Monroe, he woke, but he dazed. He like in a whole nother world. Cause Noah had to hit that boy with everything he had. So finally, Robbie gets Monroe up. Basically, he's scared to be in this bitch with Monroe dazed the fuck out, and we still talking to him like, yeah, bitch, and every time we catch y'all better be lucky y'all ain't know where we can jug y'all niggas up. Cause we fucked up behind Pedro. and we want to send them boys out of here. So finally, about another hour and something later, the guards come and let us out of here and take us back to the tier. Now, as we getting in the tier, they ran up to Broomfield, Rocket, Bowinkle, and Huckabuck, all of them telling them what had happened with us and what we did meathead. So now they on fire. So we passing by Broomfield and them laughing and pointing and shit, and tell Broomfield, yeah, boy, you next. We gonna catch you too. You the one we really wanna catch. So, okay, all of us say, hey man, let's everybody go walk with everybody to their cell. We gonna get our shit and we gonna go take our shower together and then come out. But as we going back and get our shit, following each other to their cells, letting them gather their shit up, Baby Charles back at it again. He on that buck again, cutting up. Telling Muffin, bitch, won't you catch his remix? I'm ready today. Bitch, I'm full of energy today. And Muffin like, okay, let's do it. Now, before you know it, Muffin and Baby Charles swearing up the fight. Then Queen Sugar, bow, snuck Baby Charles and knocked Baby Charles the fuck out. So, Baby Charles, boy, they come running up to Queen Sugar, but Queen Sugar start backpedaling, laughing with a smirk on his face. Yeah, I just knocked that bitch out. Yeah, bitch, that's how it's going down. That's how it goes down. Now, at this time, I'm kind of feeling played because he ain't had it to do. If they was going to fight one-on-one, that should have been a one-on-one fight. I'm just looking at Queen Sugar like, man, that's down bad, bro. That was supposed to be a one-on-one mix between Muffin and Baby Charles. But Queen Sugar knew Muffin couldn't do nothing with Baby Charles, and they didn't want to see that shit happen. So finally, when Baby Charles come back too and get his bearings and all that, Baby Charles loses his motherfucking mind. Okay, like I said, after next week, I'm going on my vacation. I'm going to be dropping episodes constantly now, but when I go on my vacation next week, I'm going to actually get into dropping videos. I'm going to have more time, but like I said, I'm building my business, so, you know, it's different days and things are fluctuating, but I at least try to keep y'all, you know, up to date until next week. Thursday of next week, my last day at my business, and I take 2-week vacation, and I'm gonna really work, and we're gonna get way more detail. And I thank you guys for your patience and being a part of this channel. Okay, I also want to say to the young guy who emailed me, and you know who you are, I don't have to say your name. At any time, you can email me and send me your number. Yes, I will help you. And no matter what state you're from, what race, what religion, I don't care. Anyone needs my help, please leave me a description of what's going on with you. Young man, I swear, it seems like you want to do the right thing, and I want to keep you on that path. So even if I have to travel to help you, please, I beg you to stay away from those guys. And sometimes I know parents ain't that understanding, but just kind of let them know what's going on. Let them know that you contacting me because I don't want to go above your parents' head. I would love to work with them and talk to them and make sure that it's okay that I help you, you know. But my advice to you is those guys that you running with, they not your friends. If they gonna put you on the move like that, then that's only to be another body. That's you just another body that they need to go so they can have more strength. All this family stuff that they claim to be, nah, man. I done seen this one time too many. Please, man, contact me and leave me your number, and I'll call you ASAP. That's my word. And this summer, we're starting the first ever The Right Choice summer camp. So if there's any of you guys out there that would like to come to the summer camp, email me. We'll arrange for your free travel. We'll pay for all your supplies. We don't care if you can't afford even the clothes for the summer. I'm working with a bunch of different guys who also own businesses that's willing to sponsor guys. We really want to make a difference. not just in the community we stay in, but communities around the world. So we're going to try to do all this at Camp Avondale down here in Louisiana. But if we can't get Camp Avondale, we're going to get it set up somewhere else.